So today I want to talk about recovery and death, which is probably like a really dark conversation to have, but I'm coming up on the 1 year anniversary of my mom's death. So it's something I want to touch on, and I want to share some of like my experiences with the death of my mom and losing, three of my like best friends pretty much at the same time. And I hope this resonates with somebody out there because I'm definitely not healed from it, and I'm definitely working on it. But I want to talk about some of the things I do that help with it and some of the things that I'm still going through. And the first thing I want to talk about is how after almost a year, my mom not being here, it's like she kind of still is. And when she died, I lost my greatest source of validation, which to me was my biggest addiction. I lost the person that would always be like, you got this, you can do anything you want to do, you can make anything you want happen. Like, I lost that. And when that happened to me, it became really difficult to be stable. I couldn't be stable in a relationship, at a job, with anything. And I did a lot of yoga. They're barking too much. We're going into the cat room. And I did a lot of yoga. And all this yoga did for me was kind of teach me one thing. I had to go inside. That's where the work was. It wasn't like on some surface that I could, see. It was so deep inside of me. And it started at like my childhood, like my childhood was the biggest issue. My mom overloved me. That's not a bad thing, but when you only learn how to love everyone but yourself, you forget about you a lot. And I still show up that way sometimes. I'm definitely not healed from it. But the more I did yoga, the deeper I went into where I was gonna go, which is me. And I started seeing my mom in my meditations, and she has guided me to places like beyond my wildest dreams. I have had visions of things that she has showed me, and the light that I assume is God directing me and changing my life. I just quit a job a few days ago that wasn't working out for me, and I could feel in my soul it wasn't. And that's something that I wasn't able to do before, I wasn't able to quit a job. I'd run away, I would walk out, but I couldn't just hey, this isn't working out. And I thank my mom because when I was meditating, she was like, you're not in the right place. And I took that to heart. If this isn't working out the way I need it to, I need to move on. And when I first got sober, it wasn't because of so much of the alcohol. I'm a party animal. That's the kind of alcoholic I was. I go out, party. I wouldn't drink at home and drink all night or day. It was attention. Once again, validation that I was chasing. And I lost my first friend, and I never had a friend die before. So I got drunk, and I think it was that night that made me realize the only difference between me and him was time. If I kept going on this path that I was on, I'm next, I would be next. So I decided to get help. Not just me though, it was really my mentor, my sensei. I'll never forget the day he pulled me outside, and my karate or martial arts style is called ryute. He calls it flowing hands, but he tapped me in my liver 9, which is, if you study meridian points, that's a very sensitive area. Just dropped in the ground. You get sober, you're gonna die. And I realized he was right, because the next week, one of my best friends, he overdosed, and he died. And then I used to hang out at kava bars a lot. And this one kava bar I had a friend there too. Just out of nowhere, he died. And there goes my friends. The person I like to work with, the person I could hang out with on my free time, and the person that was always there when I needed them. And I was left with my sensei and with AA. And when I started my program, in that I never felt like I really belonged, because I didn't drink like everyone else, but I did have a problem with alcohol for sure, so I was there. I did the 90-90, I did the 12 steps, and I wasn't willing to see how many other things I was addicted to. And I'm gonna make a quick list off the top of my head of all the addictions I've had that had nothing to do with drinking, and which is why I wanna make Halfway Healed a thing. The first one was depression. I love being depressed. I could stay stuck in it for months. Obsess, fantasize, whatever those things were. It was like I enjoyed it because it was a natural state that I always was in as a child. So it was so comfortable to me. I was addicted to being in a negative mind space and mindset. And I will once again gratefully thank martial arts and yoga for teaching me how to get out of those head spaces, those mind spaces. The next thing that I was super addicted to was over socializing and sharing. I had to tell everyone and everything that was going on all the time, like a broken fucking record. And I was always warned, keep things to yourself, people use things against you, keep things to yourself. And I found that out the hard way. Like I had to always be the center of attention. That had to be me. It was so important for me to be, oh, look at me, look what I'm doing, look how great I am. I was addicted to that. And we could call that validation, but validation to me is this. Validation is seeking things outside of yourself to make you feel good versus going inside and making you feel good just right here. You know, I don't know if I could call him a guru, but he kind of is to me, so I'll call him that. A guru that I met said the space between your head and your heart is all that matters. I take that very literally. It's me filling this up. And for me, what fills my cup up may be different than yours. To me, it's martial arts, it's yoga, it's helping somebody, it's doing something that makes me feel fulfilled, it's going out of my way for a guest when I'm working at a restaurant, it's giving somebody a hug, it's reading a book, it's studying, building a website, talking on YouTube. Like, my cup gets full. And another thing that I was really addicted to was honestly like marijuana. You know, it took me a long time to quit marijuana. Like, I used it as a crutch for years and years and years, and I can't say like I won't smoke again one day. I might, but I'm not gonna smoke because I'm desperate, needy, depressed, need attention, need a friend, need this or that. I'll smoke because like I've made it somewhere in life where I have the option to, not because I'm depressed or sad. Like, I had to heal my brain, and my brain's not going to heal from all the drugs and abuse from still abusing anything. So I had to get rid of that. I mean, there were so many deep things, like, you know, losing a male influence in your life at a young age, like that victim mindset. Like, I was so stuck and addicted to being a victim. Woe is me. Look at me. My life is a mess because my dad wasn't here. I didn't really have a family growing up. Like, look at me for being, like, help me because I need to help myself. You know, I had to put my oxygen mask on. I had to do it for me first before I could do it for somebody else. And I'm still doing it. Like, I am nowhere at a point where I can keep helping people yet. But I'm gonna do my best to get to that point, and it's important to. So I'll end it with this. In any recovery program, we walk over a lot of dead bodies. And if you don't want it to be you, you gotta learn to love you. You have to learn to take your time to figure out what works for you to love. And as I keep making content, I hope it resonates with you. As I post my martial arts, I'll post my yoga, I'll post my meditations, because meditation is the key to most things for me, even Shavasana. These things help me heal, and maybe they could be useful to you too. And with that being said, just end it with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. My thou wilt be done and not mine. Because every time I use me, it never goes the way I want. Have a great day, and I hope you stay halfway healed.